of seconds to kick in. Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to 9works TV. Welcome to another toy shop tour. Second one in a matter of days. I was over last week in Chichester at a Porsche specialist. Did a walk around tour there, elsewhere on the channel. And today we're back at a Porsche main dealer to show you, more toys. And just take a look up close, really. The stock that tends to be in a Porsche main dealer, used this is, not new, can be quite different to specialist stock, which tends to be older, I think, really. However, the past couple of years, there's definitely been a switch up, positively speaking, at Porsche main dealers that are looking on classic stock, because Porsche is one of the better automotive manufacturers for having made amazing sports cars for years and years and years now. They were originally sold out of these dealers, so in a way, it's kind of only right and only fair that they're kind of sold and continue to be sold to new customers from these main dealers again and again. And that's definitely the case here at Porsche Centre Bournemouth, which is where I am today. It's my local dealer, local main dealership. Always so great to pop down and say hello to the team here. You'd have heard Jonathan, for example, the dealer principal, on 9works Radio a couple of times. You're going to hear from another member of staff on the podcast very soon as well. But that's all for another day. That's people-led. We're going to be product-led today and have a look around. So Porsche Bournemouth, alongside the new cars, do sell classic and a healthy selection of approved used. You can check them all out on the 9works marketplace, which you well know by now. You can head to 9works.co.uk/Porsche marketplace and have a look. It's worth pointing out because, again, on there, the big USP for the 9works marketplace is the fact that the cars are backed by really good warranties. So again, it all comes down to confidence. We want you to buy via the 9works marketplace and have real confidence in the product you're buying. So we only work with certain people, and all the cars on there are backed by really good warranties, okay? And these guys are a hallmark of that. There's at least 12 months warranty attached to every single car you're about to see. Some are 2. So we'll talk about that in a bit more detail. But yeah, go and check it out. It's all on the 9works marketplace. But for now, I'm going to spin round and take a look at some of these in a bit more detail, because we've got some really interesting talking points. I want to start, not with that one, I was going to, but I just want to show you this, because we've got new product, which you'd expect to see at a Porsche main dealer, really. Cayman GT4 RS. You might be thinking, oh, go on then, what's the colour, Lee? What's the colour? It's not crayon or chalk, which is what I originally thought it was. It's PTS, and it's Sport Classic Grey. And there's a Sport Classic on the other side of the showroom, so we'll go and compare that in a bit. But yeah, how awesome does that look? This is a new car. Delivery miles available from the guys here at Porsche Centre Bournemouth. And yeah, I think that looks awesome. Contrasted against the bare carbon. Look at that. Really cool. So yeah, Sport Classic Grey on that GT4 RS. Very cool and available with delivery miles on. Let's let those guys have a look around at that car. So let's head over to here instead, to another car that's in Sport Classic Grey. And guess what? It is a Sport Classic. I really, really like these cars. For 992 Gen 1 generation, this could well be my favourite car, you know. They are an absolute hoot to drive. So it's based on the turbo, isn't it? But 3.7 litre engine rather than 3.8. Slightly detuned compared to the turbo, slightly down on power. But crucially, that's because, unlike the turbo, these are rear-wheel drive and they are manual. They are all stick shift. You'll remember limited production run, 1,250 of these made, which in modern day standards isn't a lot, to be honest. Although 997 before it was 250, of course. But yeah, really cleverly engineered, these cars. I mean, it would be great if all turbos were like this, to be honest. But I guess that's part of the charm and the allure of this. So it's Porsche exclusive car. It's the second of the 4 cars that the Heritage Design edition will form. But unlike the Targa that preceded it and the 911 Spirit 70 that followed it, there's mechanical change-ups in here, as I've just mentioned. And we will take a look inside. because this is a low mileage car. It's currently hidden, not driven, with, I think you can see there, 480 miles on the clock. So it's ready for you to turn it into a driven, not hidden. Really, really wonderful thing. I think what's so good about these sport classics, and I've done a review of these cars on the channel previously, you could daily drive this because it's really nice, really comfortable, supple suspension, soaks up the lumps and bumps. But then when you start playing with this and switching things up and going into sport and sport plus, this thing comes alive. And again, it's a really lovely pairing with that 7-speed manual shifter, and the twin turbocharged engine behaves really differently to a turbo. So it has many, many layers to it. It's an impressive piece of engineering. That's why it's my favourite, I think. I think I'll go on record and say that, of the 992.1. It's probably my pick of the range, really. The other thing to talk about here is in terms of the market. When these came on, obviously everybody wanted one. There was an overs market, and there were many speculators present. So there were a lot of them for sale. Well, that has gone now. That's disappeared because we move on to other things, don't we? And it means that currently in the UK, there are 5 for sale rather than the lots and lots and lots that there once were. So speculators have kind of been weeded out as a result, really. So these are just ready for enthusiasts to enjoy them. This car's up for, I think, $299. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive either. And again, all the other cars seem to have more miles on than the 480 this one has. So it's, as I said, available here at Bournemouth, and I think that's a pretty cool car and a pretty cool buy. Someone just please needs to put some miles on it, because honestly, the engineering that goes into it, it's a shame for it to just sit there. So have a chat with the guys at Porsche Bournemouth. I think it's just come in. So yeah, maybe a phone call is best for that one. 718 Spider RS. This one has delivery miles. Hidden, not driven. Ready for you to change that, please. I have driven one of these recently. I need to release the video on it. Very interesting bit of kit. So yeah. I think I've then mentioned this one before. Ruby Star 992 GT3. This has a couple of Manti bits on that aren't necessarily visible. So I think it's brake lines and brake pads. So a slight elevation in performance compared to the usual 992 GT3 stuff. There we go, bit of Ruby Star. So look, I really want to talk to you about this car because I remember them new. This is the 991.1 GT3, of course. We all know the story behind these cars. Engine recalls to begin with after fires. Engines replaced under warranty. Meanwhile, a massive overs market at the time when these were new. Some of the prices these things were going for were incredible. And then obviously Porsche eventually put in a 10-year engine warranty on these cars to cover any lingering concerns. And then now where we are in 2015, we're at the stage where pretty much most of them at this stage, that 10-year engine warranty has run out. So it begs the question, what next for the brilliant 991.1 GT3? Because they really are brilliant. Completely changed the game for GT3s. Reference rear axle steering, electrically assisted power steering, DFI engine, so the Metzger had gone, which all on paper is sacrilege to enthusiasts, but as we well know and is well storied since, all correlates to an unbelievable driving experience that's really elevated the GT3. And you know, the point is these make their predecessors look a bit slow on track now by comparison. So wonderful things. The elephant in the room being the engine warranty and a lot of cars running out. I think a lot of people had speculated to this point, would they just end up being sold off people's driveways or tanking in value? So it's really, really refreshing to see this for sale in a Porsche main dealer. Absolute show of confidence. So body in white, isn't it? True motorsport style. This car is a one owner from new, which again is pretty cool because a lot of them had high ownership at the time. So that's really not uncommon with these cars. But this is one owner from new. The service history on it, I'm told, is absolutely bang on. Not nothing missed. And the majority of it all from one main dealer as well, the same. So pretty damn cool. Reference the engine because I'm expecting someone to ask on the comments at some point. As you can see, registration date late November 2014. So the 10-year engine warranty that Porsche applied to these a good few years ago has run out. So you're going, oh God, can't buy it then, can't buy it. It's got no warranty and I'm too worried. Well, guess what? Because this is for sale at a Porsche main dealer, it comes with Porsche approved warranty, which is not one, it's 2 years. And you can just keep extending it. So that covers the engine. So that is the way forward with these cars. So it does therefore require you to buy from a reputable source, because where the engine warranties are running out on these, you do need some sort of backup, and I definitely would advise you having some sort of warranty in place on them. But right here with this one at Porsche Bournemouth, 2 years Porsche approved warranty, and you can just keep extending that and it covers the engine and you can use it as intended until your heart is content. Hope that explains. Have a look in there. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Love these folding buckets. I've said previously, I think I prefer them to the 918 buckets actually. And then another look at the back, because I think this is such a good looking thing. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, that real high interest, I think there's a really interesting topic to discuss attached to that for sale here at Porsche Bournemouth. As I said, I've got 2 cars left to show you. One briefly is this RS. Arctic grey with the blue mag wheels, which is pretty cool. And then I'm going to wander downstairs at the rather expansive centre, because we've got something in here in this corner, which if you've seen the videos here before, or indeed if you visited or attended one of our Cars and Coffee here, you'll know that this is like the classic bay, because Porsche Bournemouth are an approved partner, approved classic partner. So it's not uncommon to see classic Porsches for sale, and unfortunately, because it makes us all feel a little bit old now, the 997.2 these days is classified as a classic in Porsche terms. Still looks awesome, doesn't it? Still looks so good, particularly when here it's a 997 GTS spec, which means wide body. Look down the side, such a lovely profile, intertwined with the centre lock wheels, and then the other like satin black bits and pieces on the car that mark the GTS apart from its other Carrera brethren. So yeah, look, we've got this for sale at Porsche Centre Bournemouth. Lovely 2-wheel drive cab with the 7-speed PDK. So this falls under not the Porsche approved warranty, it's the Group 1 warranty, which is 12 months. You can buy 2 years, or you can just extend the one, I think, but don't quote me on it. So 12 months warranty attached to this, what is going to be getting on for 15 years old now, the GTSs, aren't they? Certainly over 10 years old as of now. A proper timeless classic. They've always been good news. They've always been highly sought after for many reasons. Looks, sound, the extra spec that the GTS gets you. Of course, that's like the power kit. That's 408 horsepower with these over the 385 stock. They've always been highly sought after. And to be honest, they're not really kind of spec sensitive. So you don't necessarily need rear-wheel drive manual coupe, although they are of course more desirable, but these as is, doesn't really matter what it is. They do four-wheel drive, as you know. They've just always been good news. Very, very good news on the market. So it's nice to see one back in the showroom here at Porsche Bournemouth. Quick walk around. The all-important stats. So a smidge under 50k on the clock. Available for 57,950. Park assist. Electrically adjustable seats, of course, which are heated. Deletion of Alcantara package. That's quite interesting, because that was usually a hallmark of the GTS. Ah, yeah, right, I see. I wonder if that's anything to do with the fact it's a cab. So taking out Alcantara touch points, which are quite like race feel, race oriented. It's probably nicely judged actually against the premise of it being a cab and therefore possibly a bit more of a boulevard cruiser. Maybe. So yeah, there we go. Let's get my lumpy hand out of the way. We finish up down here in the classic bay at Porsche Bournemouth. So yeah, you know, many interesting points from the cars upstairs. As I said, you know, a healthy array of modern metal, including paint sample GT4 RS, you know, brand new, which, yeah, it's kind of the sign of the times, isn't it, really? Sort my Barnet out. But, yeah, you know, like that GT3, I think that's really good news because, as I said, there was a lot of speculation as to what would happen to those cars when the 10-year engine warranty period would run out. And that is the case now. And yeah, look, guess what? Prices haven't tanked. They're still holding firm. And the very fact that you're seeing them for sale in main dealers, I think, is a real show of confidence. Provided, and this is the big thing, provided the car is backed by proper warranty. And I would never advise you to buy one of those cars without one. It's just too much of a risk. But yeah, ones like that here have the 2-year Porsche warranty, which, yeah, should instill some confidence, I hope. So that's about it. I think it's a slightly shorter toy shop tour this time compared to last week, but thank you as always for joining. Hope you've enjoyed the Targa Florio video. It dropped yesterday. It was over an hour long. It's certainly my favourite video of the year so far. And Paul, get a shave, mate. Yeah, fair one, brother, fair one. I've not long moved and I haven't found my shavers yet. But yeah, I hope you've seen that video. As I said, it's over an hour long. It's such an epic road trip. It's done in the new 911 Targa, which celebrates 60 years of the 911 Targa full stop. So lots going on while we're tracing that iconic route. Grab a coffee, have a sit down and watch it. A bit of peace and quiet from life's other happenings. And just enjoy it. I really hope if you haven't seen it, you have it on your to-do list. That's about it, really. So yeah, thanks for joining us here at Porsche Centre Bournemouth. We'll see you soon on another toy shop tour. And yeah, I'm trying to think what other events we've got coming up. Flat 6 show in a couple of weeks. Porsche's by the Lake this week coming. We'll be there for both of those. So look forward to meeting you in person, having a bit of a chat and shooting the breeze on cars. And yeah, that's about it. So we'll see you soon on